Hey, I think we're on actually day 58. And we're pretty close to 145,000 hits on the dummy here. Put some new duct tape on, kind of reinforce it. As you know, it's always getting trashed. Alright. There we go. We're at 144,000. Yesterday was kind of like a more chill day on here. Whereas in Armor, being a little bit more technical, going over some things. Man, it's like the duct tape is just getting pushed into the cracks. Here. Ah, man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to duct tape this whole thing up. It's kind of hard to see maybe right there. So, the duct tape has now been shoved into the crack. This side here is just like coming off. Well, it is what it is. Oh! Hey, thanks for the likes there. From here it looks like salmon. It is! Hey! Yo, what's up, Lord Salmon today? Alright. Let's do this. I'd really love to get some duct tape to put on here. I think what we're going to do, just doesn't create some like real goofy thing, is I'm going to rip this off. Then we're going to finish that set. And then Salmon, we got a good set for you. How are you doing today? Oh, I might not be able to rip it. There we go. Aha. Pink duct tape. Alright. So, hitting this thing over and over has created some crack. Oh, nice. Good, you're doing all right. And oh, the Go Popular. Well, let's see how popular day 58 can be. I don't think we're going to hit 145,000 today. We're going to be closer, though. Oh, wait, I mean, 150,000 today. We're going to be closer, though. And I'm still debating on the 150,000th hit, where I might do it at a parking lot. Yo! What's up? Oh, Pinguino, what's up again? How's it going? Good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Almost at 100. Alright. And now we owe Salmon a good set for the heart me today. Oh, I'm actually getting behind in the uploads. So I've got a bottleneck where I only usually try to upload 2 videos a day when we're not at Pensick. So I'm behind. I uploaded yesterday, or a highlight from 2 days ago earlier, and then the highlight from yesterday will be later today. This highlight will be tomorrow. But Pinguino, just if you know or not, because I showed this in the very beginning, very close to 145,000. Stream until about 3, so we got an hour, 10 minutes. Let me get this coffee here. Sorry, I always forget to put that on quiet. That hello is my Dark Souls notification that I got a text message. Let's check out these gloves. They're holding up pretty good. We're over 10,000 hits in these gloves. Not a problem. Alright, here we go, Salmon. Good set for you. What's up, everybody else who oh, Soul Shields, if you're there, if you can hear me, what's up? And Soul, if you're there, congrats on your little partnership there. Hey, yo, hey, congrats on your partnership. Is that gray matter too? No. Alright. Here we go. Oh, and I'm gonna put some, so just so everyone knows, I'm gonna put some more thoughtful videos out there too, where like Night Nurse tagged me in something yesterday about these body mechanics, and I have something I'd like to share about it. So when you see me hitting this dummy, I'm doing like, this is just hitting a dummy, you know. But when I'm out there doing stuff, I'm a really simplified person when it comes to boo hurt, because all boo hurt is, oh, feather. Oh, geez, well, we owe more than just a set now for salmon. Hey, feather, thanks. Thank you. I see it's still counting. I appreciate that, feather. You're going to get probably a good couple minutes dedicated to work off all those donations there. Thanks for the roses, feather. Awesome. Oh, there's this move, like, when, let me just show you something. I'll show you what some of the content's going to be. I'll just upload some things randomly, you know, like, they're going to be relevant topics, but I'm just going to cover a bunch of things. But one of them is this hit, right, where if people go like this. I'm a very simple person when it comes to boo hurt. Sword fighting in boo hurt is basically, it's a pole. Because you can't, think of it as like a, yeah, like a pipe. Everything is a pipe. Swords are pipes, you know, axes are it's basically like a longer pipe. You're obviously going to be hitting with the blade, but my point is that you're whacking things. It's no longer just like, if it was a sword, then you'd actually be able to do boo hurt things like this. But we can't, right? So my simple version is just, boo hurt is a whacking sport. And there's this one move that Night Nurse was talking about yesterday where you have your good first hit, and then he was saying your second hit, oh, who that? And your second hit is down this way. But the way he does it first, which you see me do a lot of times, oh, it's Seamstress. Jeez, Seamstress. Welcome. We got a lot of crazy sets to do now, everybody, to get for all the donations. Oh! So, I'm going to cover this thing, which happens to me, why sometimes cool sword techniques can get you into trouble. Alright. But anyway, let's start working on... That's future plans I'm discussing. Let's get some of these donations here to go. Alright. Some Running Man for the... While those things are going off there. Alright, here we go. And then we're gonna hydrate. And then I'll catch up on chat. I'm not doing a good job at counting. I lost track in my head already. Alright, that's 100. That's for salmon. Make sure we miss anything. Oh, thank you, Seamstress. So it's been like funny over the phone. It's a long story, which I will explain it, why it came out of the blue so sudden. So first of all, thank you. Just gotta make it official though. This week coming up. Oh. Besides the potential it has to ignite some drama on this app. Oh, Parker, we did armor yesterday. The armor is Well. Hey, oh, thanks for following David. All right. This is a problem here, right? Armor gets really sweaty. So I actually do have my armor out here drying. There we go. As I say, as proof, look, you can see the sweatband still hasn't dried out all the way. Parker, we had the armor on yesterday, and you are right. We do need to practice in it at least more often. At least every couple days, I'll probably have it on now. At least up till Dragon Con. The sweat stains on the armor from yesterday. What was that in the chat? Oh, thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just reading. It's hard sometimes, the context. Didn't mean to sound like I was being. Didn't try to sound whatever I sound like. If I did, I'm just saying. You're right, though. We need to practice some armor more. All right, that was. This is the order we're gonna do. That was Salmon's heart me set. This is gonna be seamstresses, and then we're gonna do a whole bunch of. Maybe we'll do a super extended set of longsword for Feather for those donations to start. Oh, all right, cool. Man, is that loud? Can anyone tell me if when that goes off? Can y'all hear that text message go hello all the time? Feather, I appreciate that so much. And we're just out here hitting a dummy. Oh man! All right, here this is a higher intensity set for seamstress here, and then we're gonna get to all those roses. My technique when I'm really like in full form is just a Lego person. This is Lego person. My arm is just like a minifigure. I believe that is another 100. So first of all, thank you and everybody just in general for being here and chatting. Yo, Catman. Chivalry 3. Gonna be a little more realistic here. We're gonna go. I got my longsword sitting right here. Let me grab it. Oh no. No. This foam from the dummy is landing in my coffee. Like, talk about microplastics. That's foam from the dummy. Ugh. Let's see if I can skim the top. Okay. Lesson learned. Oh, wait. I'm missing some chat. Yeah, so Catman, microplastic for breakfast. Night Nurse, if you don't know Night Nurse, also make some awesome content on here. One of the more popular creators. If you've seen me, I'm sure you've heard of Night Nurse. Let me grab this longsword. And the thing is, this next super set is gonna be donated to Featherfall. All right. So Night Nurse had a really good explanation, a video about techniques. And he tagged me, and I'm actually glad he did it because I have a totally different perspective in a couple versions of hitting people. Do you want a preview of what the video is going to be? Okay, I knew you did. Oh, okay, wait. Let me make sure I'm not missing something there. Parker, there have... So, alright, yeah, good question. There have not been deaths from in Buhurt from actual fighting, resulting of, like, getting hit or something like that. As far as I know, I mean, I haven't heard of it. However, there have been people who, this is why it's really important, you got to be in shape or know your body. There are people who have unalived in armor. And when I'm saying that word, so we don't get the band hammer dropped on here. So people have, not themselves, but people have, armor has caused people to become unalived. Do you know what I mean? And that's because you really, when they say talk to a doctor before you do a physical sport, like, so picture this. Say you have a heart issue, you never knew about it. You go put armor on, and you're out there and you, something happened, right? That happened to somebody. And, you know, awesome dude, too. It's been years. It happened to him in armor. So it wasn't a result of, like, getting hit. You know what I mean? It was, like, the stress of it. Yeah, it's people have got hurt recently. You know, people have been getting like there's been a lot of stuff lately. Like there's been a couple times now where people had swords go inside of helmets, and they're not sharp. See, like this one is like rounded, but the other ones are basically flat and round, like a round point. Like I don't know. There's been a lot of stuff happening lately. Armor gets hot, right? Yeah, you don't know if you have like a heart issue that you never got checked out. Say you're like 45 years old, you're like, oh, I want to do this, and you've never been to a doctor, I would suggest go to a doctor. You know what I mean? You know, make it start in some of this set so we're not keeping featherweighting. And I will catch up on chat. I will catch up, like the tomato stuff. No, I will catch up on chat here in a moment. Let me get some of these donations burned off here. All right, that's what I call it. This is a donation set. And this is nothing too crazy. This is more like, you know, we're making sure we were getting our arms exercised. Oh, yeah, all right. So my next fight's at Dragon Con in Atlanta. But unfortunately, I think it's sold out, so you'd actually have to be, like, have tickets already or scalp them. With Pittsburgh Armored Combat, we don't have many events here because we all fight with other teams and do our own thing. If you look up, though, there's fights all over the place, like, for the Buhurt stuff. Go to, like, I always say that the best thing, Buhurt International or IMCF will always post, oh, yeah, yep. I thank you for that. I did a moment ago. Let me get some of these reps in here real quick. This is a super set for Featherfall. Just one of them. Oh, very good thing I had a hat on because I don't know if you noticed or not, I skimmed the top of my head with my sword. Yeah, Michael, I will... Devin, thanks for the follow. I will catch up with chat here. That should have been 100. Don't go anywhere if you're chatting. Forearms are killing me. Alright, that should have been 200. That was my first superset of 200 for feather fall. Oh! Sword fighting arms. I swear to you, I've not lifted weights at all. I haven't lifted weights at all. 58 days. 58 days we're on, everybody. And we're over 145,000. Let me just mark these on here before I forget. Then I'm going to catch up on chat. Yeah, I really need to work out in the armor more. Because after yesterday, we found out my my arms are getting a little tired. I couldn't complete Boo the Hertz donation set. I see the muscle comment. Hold on. I'm just scrolling up, make sure I didn't miss anything. Hydrated, you're right, right. Oh, yes! The death gestures. I know the death gestures. The name, I don't know, you know, until now. Couldn't tell you, like, personally. Like, who's on it, but, whew, sorry, trying to catch my breath. But Dark Ashes, awesome. Michael, the pants, oh. I don't even know if they sell these anymore. The best pants in the world, though. I wear these sometimes just out and about. Alright, it's pirate dressings, I believe. They're so old. Now, there's different kinds. Let me explain something here. You'll see these poofy black pants. They're not the ones that are typically shown on an outline. If you want these pants, they're not the ones that are typically shown on the pants on like a white background. There's a very common pair of the, if you search, I searched it as pirate pants. I think Pirate Dressing is who made them. So there's some that come and they have like these canvas ties in the legs. You don't want those. I have 2 pairs of them. I hate them. These ones are, if I could take my pants off on live, I would, to show you. They have court. Look, this is how you can tell. Because there's a couple different pairs of these. They have court. Look, this is how you can tell. Because there's a couple different pairs of these out there. Let me flip this around. Because if you are serious, I'm telling you, these are like the best pants ever. You need to find the ones with the rings like this and the strings. Okay, keep that picture in mind right there. That's the version you're looking for. The other ones, what's wrong with them is that they're like really stiff material, and the laces kind of suck, and they're not very baggy. All right, catch up on chat. Oh, geez, catch up on chat. A lot of chat to catch up on, I can see. And thanks for likes, everybody. If I could plug this in, that'd be great. Muscle. What day did we meet? I don't know. Salmon, if you're talking to me, I'm not sure. It's been a while, though. It's not been like a year, I don't think. Well, it couldn't be, because I've just been doing this. Was it day, like... It seems like it's been a year. So much time has gone by. When you're doing this every day. I don't know. It was really early, though. Got muscle gained. I don't think I've gained any muscle. And I haven't bulked up at all doing this. I actually have been losing weight since I've been in the sword fighting thing. I was 230. I'm down to about 180. I'm actually up to like 188 because of Pensick. Generally, though, I'm around 180. But the definition stuff, I guess, you know, just swords. Favorite type of sword? Saber. Thank you there. Death Jesters, yes, we know Death Jesters in here. Oh, made in Asia, thank you. We're getting there. We're almost at 15%. Pirate dressings. Off the top of my head, but the thing is, I don't know if they make them anymore, but look up piratedressings.com, and I usually ordered a waist size bigger. It's a drawstring, super long drawstring. They're so baggy, you know, you don't notice it. They don't get bunched up because you just pull it. Oh man, let me take a screenshot of that. If you don't find them like before the stream or whatever, I'll try and help you out later. Outlands again, yo, what's up? Oh, sorry, I just got to the end of the chat. Outlands in the house, man. Outlands was like super popular. This is my microplastic coffee. Parts of the dummy's stuffing landed in it earlier. We're back home from Pensick 52. Unfortunately, have to go back to work. No, I like my job. I actually had a good day at work last night. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up, Boxer Daddy? Again, what's up? Here's another super extended set for Featherfall. We're in debt to Featherfall. Calorie burning. Sword striking. And at Pensick, the kids up there drew pupils, lipstick on the dummy. It's cool though, everybody's using the dummy. Alright, here, we're gonna hit this really quick there. Pensick was, oh man, you know, as far as like Pensick goes, it was great. Best Pensick ever was, if I had to pick one, like, it was not like best ever, because there was just a lot of time where there were a couple nights where like no one would go out or anything, you know. I don't want to go out by myself, and like everyone was all out doing their thing. There were a couple good nights where we all went out together and stuff like that. I'd say like 4 years ago is my favorite one because everybody in camp was going out. It's crazy though. One of the women in camp, she was going out like till like 2 in the morning this year. I've never seen her up like past like 10 p.m. It was her Pensick, I guess. All right, here we go. A bigger set than usual. We're trying to do 200 here. And then I'll catch up on chat again. But I will peek to make sure I don't miss anybody. That's about 50 in my head while I'm chatting. I think it's about 125. Yo, strikes are effective, Brian. These are all you got to do in Boo Hurt. And actually, Brian, you're correct. They are ineffective. It's a sword versus armor. So we were practicing to fight people in armor, and they are totally ineffective. But at the same time, this is all you need to do to score a point in Boo Hurt. Boy, are people going to be mad when I come out with my video on Boo Hurt strikes. because they would all be ineffective, but they're all just to score. To score points on your armored opponent, which, if they were effective, you'd only get to hit them once or twice. It wouldn't even last 60 seconds. That's why I like Boo Hurt, because you got 60 seconds to do as many ineffective hits as possible. I believe that's 170. We got 190. All right, and for the 100th strike, this would be the effective strike right here. Right up under the visor while holding your sword like this, or through the eye slot. I actually got him right in the. That would have been right through the eye slot. First try. Yes, my Boo Hurt technique is generally Lego man arm. You can really like hit somebody hard with a sword, but I don't believe your sword is the thing you should be relying on in pro fights and things. Pro fights, you want to be able to, if you're doing one-handed weapons, grappling. Yo, who's that? Oh, Feather again. Added more. Feather, thank you. You can all can see my bald head. The reveal. Thank you for that, Feather. Twist that to the side a little bit. Let me catch up on chat. Let's hydrate. As Feather and Donovan or somebody was saying, don't forget to hydrate. Quick stop and chat. Make sure that we're not missing anything. This chat's pretty active today. Yeah, right? Like, if they were effective hits, we won't even be able to play the sport. I promise you all, I'm so close to making a video on my strikes. Night Nurse kind of tagged me into something, and I guarantee you my strikes are some of the most basic dumb hits anybody. I'm a dummy. Like boop, hit. In Boo Hurt, that counts. That counts. Even this counts. That's probably about the lightest that they'd let you get away with. You can't go like this, but you can go. And that's me just barely hitting it. I don't even know what percentage it is, like 30%. That's more like, I don't know. For me, that's more like probably a 50%. No, that's probably more like 80, honestly. When you're looking to score points, you don't gotta be crazy. Alright, let me catch up on chat. Sometimes I accidentally invite people to live stream while I'm scrolling through chat. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Oh gosh, wasn't it? If you're still there, Darren. I want to see. If you ever see me go like this, it's so I can read. It looks like Dan, but now I need to have the names and words behind a solid color. Darren, you're so right. Oh my God, was set up at Pensick ridiculous. It was so hot. Hated it. The first 3 days were brutal. And we had that storm in the middle of setting up camp on that first Saturday. Oh, yes. And, yeah, I mean, Pensick at any age. Like, my daughter is her fourth one. She started going, she's 10. If he's tall, what if he's taller? Well, actually, let's find out. Oh, this is... Okay. A little bit of an exaggeration. That's a bit of an exaggeration. We can drop it down one more. Taller. I swear to God, and on my life, I was talking about this yesterday. I won a buckler duel because this guy, who was just beating down like this with his sword arm, where we had a couple quick exchanges, someone taller, and I did this. You know, we had a couple exchanges, and I jumped forward and down, and I held my shield up here, and I was just like, and I was swinging this way and into the legs, and I got my 5 points, and I was just trying to like keep my shield from letting him hit me. I couldn't see anything like basically above like his mid-thigh level because of my helmet. Now, seriously though, if my opinion, if they're taller, you're such a disadvantage in duels because I can't hit you, but I bet they can hit me from there. So that's why I really recommend, if it's the MMA stuff, you're focusing on grappling. I know the MMA stuff is cool, like for hitting and stuff, but the way to win an MMA fight in armor is on the ground. There's so many fights that end in someone's favor because they took someone to the ground. So if they're taller, it's nice to have grappling skills, but at the same time, if you're, see, like, they're probably hitting me, but I'm not hitting them. And that's when you have to do stuff like, okay, a lot of really active, smart with your blocking, punch blocks, things like that. If you're just dueling, if you say this is a bigger shield, you know, you're going to have a little bit of an advantage as far as like, I think that they're aiming down more at your shield. You can kind of guard yourself a little better because whenever they're going to be guarding themselves, for them to hit me down here, you know, if I didn't like bring my foot back, you know, I'm already kind of like cutting down on the angle from holding my shield a little bit forward, and they have a lot more openings here. A lot of times these duels just end up though, I'm just telling you, like super close, and a taller person, I would go more for hitting down here. My opinion, if they're much taller, you have a better advantage for blocking than they do against you. Sorry, I missed that earlier. That's awesome if you're able to resize your breastplate, because my armor is kind of stuck at the size it is. Sword versus mace. Oh, man, sorry, I missed so much in chat. I prefer sword. I don't like mace because whenever I hit, a sword, if I miss, is like this. A mace, when you miss, well, a lot heavier to bring back. Mace, you're hitting right with the tip all the time. Sword, I can hit here, I can hit farther back. I have a little bit more of a, edge, a striking edge. A mace striking edge is basically like the tip. So you're kind of stuck with this. The cool thing about maces though is you can like choke up on it and punch like this. Compared to a sword, you really can't. Or if you do punch with a sword, it's so odd. It's so odd because you have all this. Like if you punch, you can just feel the blade of the sword moving around a lot more. I'd prefer the sword, if that helps explain it. They should use electronic. Oh, you know they did. If they had some way to accurately keep track of buckler strikes, and we'll leave the dummy high for these couple sets. I would love to be able to keep track of them better. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, about tower shields and stuff. Gray Matter, what's up? Sorry, I just. Oh, thank you. I'm. Thanks. Sword fighting muscles. I'm just catching up on chat. When chat gets busy, I feel bad if I don't try to address everything. You're right. When I was holding it this way, if you tuned in the middle of the discussion, this is if you're holding a mace. I was saying like this would be like the big end of the mace. You miss with the mace, oh. You miss with a sword, whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, you think I did? Get more muscular? Oh yeah, awesome. Oh, I'm so glad you're able to keep using your armor. All right, we're at the end of chat. Next set, we got another set 200 for feather. And we'll keep the dummy up a little bit higher. Yeah, better to be shorter than taller when it comes to shields, in my opinion. Taller out on a battlefield. If it was for real, I'd rather be taller. If it's for sport, I'd rather be shorter. You can cut down on the angles and things a lot more from a tall person. But let me drink a little bit more microplastic here. And get that away from the dummy. But if you see a tall person go like this, you know you're in trouble. Let me get this set in. I'll tell you a really great tall person story. No, EMP is cool too. Hey, yeah, heck yeah. I mean, like my friend who got me into this was an SCA, fought an SCA for years. Oh, hey, fun time. Hey, what's up? And just so you know, because I don't know, since I know you're not new here, but just in general, any donation, even just like one rose and things, gets you in the credits for the day. So today's upload, I'm a little behind. Tonight's upload is yesterday's practice, and then tomorrow will be the highlight video from today. You'll be in the credits, forever immortalized. I am from Pittsburgh area. Let me get this set in for feather. I'll catch up on chat. I will tell you a funny story about me versus tall people. A couple funny stories. Tall people are just scary. And in armor, you can add another like 4 inches to what their normal height is. All right, here we go. Let me tell you something really quick. A taller person, I never really gauged this, is so much easier to hit. My arms aren't getting as tired as fast. I believe that was 80. I was laughing because, oh, I should adjust this more often. I'm so glad we had this chat today because I need to adjust the dummy for different heights. There are people I fight that are this freaking tall. Halfway through it, that's 100. I believe a little bit more. Oh, okay, Thor. Rockhound, I get you. I'm getting there. This is my season. I'm doing pretty good. The season I decided to try and make it count. Next year, I'll still be doing it, but I'm probably not gonna get that. I'm not going to call it semi-retired, but I'm probably not going to get in all the crazy stuff anymore. What I might do is get my old melee armor out and focus a little bit more on that than duels next year, depending how this year turns out. And I do seriously jump at people. There's nothing like jumping from range. You know you're gonna get hit anyway, so. I believe that was 180. I think it's more than that, but we lost track a little bit. Oh. Dang it. Don't go anywhere. I got to, I need to, I got, don't go anywhere. This is going to get blurry for 1 second. I got to reply to a text message. I will catch up on chat. I will tell you 2 funny stories about me versus tall people. 3, actually. Sorry, important text messages worth the blurry screen for a moment. Alright, I will catch up on chat. Let me tell you the first shortest fun story about tall people. My friend Darius, when I give him, you know, everybody in this community, not everybody, most people get along. You see people, give them a hug. When I hug him, my head literally goes into his armpit. Like, hey, thanks for the roses, thanks for the donations. Gonna keep us working. Quick story time. So when I see Darius, give him a hug. That's how tall he is, right? We're fighting 3-on-3s. He's a monster in there, destroying all of us. We didn't win a single round, me and my team. I'm gonna catch up on chat there. Don't worry, everybody. So it was round, I don't know what it was, round 5. We're doing 3-on-3s. Darius is always in the middle. I was like captain of my team, right? We all have input. Whenever I'm a captain, I don't think that my ideas are everything. I'll tell you a good example. When I was like, me and Chris Sander were like the most experienced people fighting at Arnold, and we had a whole bunch of new people fighting. And the way Boohert's set up is like usually 2 on each side and 1 in the middle, and everyone was really uncomfortable because we made it like to the final. The finals were like us, and we were all most of us. Some of us is even like our first fights, official fights, you know. And I made the call to stick together in a line. So we fought, instead of fighting 2 on each side and 1 middle, we fought in a line on a diagonal, and it was everyone's job behind you to watch you. The guy in the front, but everybody behind, and we made kind of like a line with the 5th guy kind of back a little bit, so no one can like get behind us and flank us. Didn't win, but I think everybody felt more comfortable as far as we were sticking together like a group. We didn't win. It wasn't because like of that strategy more, but as a win, we lost because it was more of like we're all new, except 2 of us. Like there's 3 of us out there who like had a combined experience level of like a month. of like one event. I don't mean like a month total. Train and stuff more than a month. I mean like one event, I think, is the most anybody had besides me and Chris. And we did pretty good. It makes you more of a target because we're in just a line, and they just come over, and then they will match you. They're not going to sit there with 2 people on the rail, if you know what I mean. Hold on. Back to the tall person story, though. We fought 5 up versus the typical thing. So when I hugged Darius, he's this tall. My call was, my idea was for this last 5th round, I was like, tell you what, guys, I'm going to just charge him with my shield and see what happens. And then just follow me, and if I can distract him, you guys try and take him down. And I ran at this dude, who's probably this tall, and as I was getting close, and I was about to just smash into him, I saw him duck down, and he picked me up from behind. And I was like, here's the rail. And I just, as he grabbed me, and I saw the rail just go down, and I saw the people in the crowd go down, and I felt like I was just way up in the air, and he just slams me in the ground. And I weigh like 300 some pounds in armor, right? This dude picked me up. Yo, I see Redneck there. Hey, what's up? Duke Edmond. Oh, gee. And so if I hate, because I know sometimes people probably tune out. This tall, yeah, this is someone who would be like probably 6'4". Billy, I don't know what you mean about the weather. Practicing before visiting the UK. Yeah, kinda. Taller but not fighting back. Not fighting back. Yeah, but here, I'm telling you a couple fighting back stories, though. Making sure we don't miss anything in chat. You can swing from anywhere. If you're tall, use your reach. You know, I mean, nothing's stopping you from swinging that far away. If you're tall, you got that reach advantage. Definitely, I would. You know, of course, they're gonna use it. Oh, Feather, Feather, thank you. The salute now. Get to see my bald head for that. Thanks. Range control is definitely a crazy good idea. Oh, you're right. Well, I have a stack of tires out back. I just generally don't use them. I kind of, the thing with tires, hitting it like 1,000,000 times, this is actually probably a little bit more easier on my joints. I don't know if it's made a difference or not yet. I know I'm still swinging after like 145,000. Hitting tires, though, over and over sometimes. I actually hit the tires, I think twice, though, since we've been doing this. Hey, oh, man. Hey, I had a whole Dark Souls channel back in the day. Zombie heads. I did a weapon move set video for like every weapon in Dark Souls. Love that series. Yeah, he picked me up like I was nothing. I posted it. So he actually picked me up from behind. He kind of grabbed me though, like over his shoulder, I should say, because the video is on my channel, where he just like lifted me up off the ground, and I just saw the crowd. I was facing the crowd, and I just saw them go down like this, and I was up in the air, and I couldn't do anything because he just had me. Like, what am I gonna do? And he's just like, when the dude's this tall. I'll tell you 2 more good tall people stories. Yeah, I try not to do anything that's gonna wear me out. As far as like very good energy management. Is that Tony? It is Tony. When you're not like in the battle, right? I guess you could count it as kickboxing. Some of it. Did I write those sets down? I don't think I did. I just started talking. Well, they're lost to history. I can't remember if I did or not. Alright. When you're not like in range, like I stand like this when I'm getting close enough, not in range. You know, why hold your arms up and do stuff if you're not in range? Like my longsword, this is my longsword guard. Hey, I'm just chilling. It's not like this. It's not like this. Unless I'm trying to intimidate somebody, it's this. Until I get in range. Then it's going to be whatever's going to help me, like, in that situation, depending on what they're doing. Not in range, not in range. Oh, I'm getting closer. Oh, now I'm in range. I'm ready. Oh, I'm out of range. Save my arm energy. Do you think it was... Did I... So here's what we'll do. Alright. Speak now, everyone, or forever hold your peace. And like I said, like, well, Featherfall, not directed to you, because you're speaking. And anybody else, so... I believe that I did not write those down. If you think that I did do those 200, let me know. I'm just going to add them right now. The debate will be at the end. Did this guy really do 1 million? So I swear to you, we're not just going to stop at 1 million. We're going to go over another like 10,000, 20,000. That way we're absolutely sure we hit the dummy 1 million times. And on the 1,000th hits, it's going to be sharp swords, just so everybody knows. We're totally going to wreck the dummy. That might end up being a restricted stream, though. We'll have to see how TikTok treats it. So we'll do a compromise. I know you said about 50 in between two. Since I can't remember, I just wrote down 200. Exactly what we did. I believe that I had to write 200 on there. We'll say the 50 is like a buffer, so if we do like miscount a little bit. Let me get these sets for Feather, and then I got 2 more tall person stories to tell you. Oh, I know, right? Trouble. Yeah. It depends. Depends on if they're a magic user or not. All right, 200 hits here. kind of ironic, though, statement as of my last 2 uploads. But here we go. And I'm gonna get back to the tall person stories. And I wanted to see, yeah, right. We'll talk about that too with how people fought. Oh, can you imagine like being out in the battlefield as like some farmer or something? And yeah, Hollywood movies. Everyone walking the battle. They were probably freaking out. They're probably some of them drunk. Somebody out there in the battlefield starts like with a real sword, and you got your pitchfork or something. You're probably like, I'm going home. All right, let me get another set of 200 for Feather. I will catch up on chat. I will tell you the other tall person stories. That should be 70. That should be 100. Halfway there. That should be 150. Thank you for that heart me. Is that Tin Man? I can't see from here, but it looks like it. Alright, that should be 200, everybody. Yo, it is Tin Man. Yo, what's up? Boop, 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 boop. Thank you for that heart me. I owe you a good set for that. Whew. This is where we should be at. 1,100 for today. Oh, geez, we got 15 minutes, everybody, just so you know. Time's flying by. It's been a very good... The very best live streams are when I have like nothing done, because we've been talking the whole time about stuff. All right, bring a dummy down to our size. Let me do a tall person story, and I'll answer the chat. Oh, wait, what is? Oh, you sent the iHeart. Feather, thank you very much. Absolutely great stream, because we've all been talking and stuff. Thank you, Feather, and anybody who even sent a gift. Being the highlight video, the credits. All right, another tall person story, and I've told some of these on here. This one I've told. I was fighting at Knights Hall like 5 years ago. We were doing this thing where you get in the ring. The list, as they call it. It's the ring that you fight in, for everybody out there, right? First two people, whatever, you know you're fighting. They call your name. You get in, now it's the three of you. 20 seconds later, they call your name. Someone else. Now it's four people. If someone's been eliminated, they're out, right? But you have the potential of, like, every 20 or 30 seconds, whatever it was, they're adding somebody, right? There were probably like 5 or 6 people in. There were 20 of us. About halfway through it. No, it was more than halfway. It was closer to the end. They call my name. I have a two-handed axe. You can enter from anywhere you want. I'm kind of scoping out what's going on. There's a little bit of an opening here. I want to get in, so I don't get in and get immediately like clobbered. So I get in the list. Right in front of me, this guy was like 7 freaking feet tall with his back to me. And I had my two-handed axe. And I thought to myself, well, I was like, this is my one chance. So I come up right behind him, like, boom, and right in the top of the back of his helmet. And he just goes like this. And turns around and looks at me and starts walking towards me. I was like, oh, shoot. And he just kind of grabs me. I was pretty new. He kind of grabs me and wrestles me and like pushes me into the ground. And that was it. Really big, tall person. I thought, hit them in the head as hard as I can. And he just turns around and starts coming at me. Yeah, we're gonna... Oh. And, the millionth hit, Hetty, we're gonna be hitting this with the sharp swords. I did a practice on it, and this with a sharp, and it went right through the dummy. So it'll be interesting. Let me do the other tall person story, then I'll finish up chat, then we'll get back to hitting the dummy. So the other tall person story I was going to say is where, this is a more recent battle where the guy is probably about this tall to me. And he was up against, straight across from me, like when we go to fight. It was like the second, I think we were doing like best of 3. I know it wasn't the first round because we lost both of them. Our team, though, is 3-on-3s. That's right, 3-on-3s. We came in second place, though, at this event. But this guy, anyway, that I was up against, really tall. So the second round, where, you know, we're kind of like all just kind of getting closer together, you know. I'm like waiting for him to get into range. We're all just kind of facing off, you know. But I think I swung. I think he swung or whatever. So he went like this. And I went like this, like I grabbed my axe like this, pretend this is my axe, because I knew he was probably about to swing it, and if he doesn't, I'm gonna try and just like hit him, start fighting this way, and he swings like at my head or whatever. I like kind of like blocked it, and I started like walking towards him, and he just grabs the middle of my axe. I was holding on to it like really hard. He just takes it and goes and gives this heave ho, and I was already up like this, and he just like was. If I had just let go of it, it wouldn't have happened, or if he would have ripped out my hand, but I was just holding on to my sword, my axe so hard, he went like this, and just like, tossed me right in my butt. And for him, it was just reaching straight out, because he was so tall. I was like this, and he just like, it happens. Yes, that's right, about 2,739. I believe that's it. I'm sure you got to be exact if you did the math. We're behind a little bit. Tin Man, this set's for you for that heart me. Let me do that, then I'll catch up on chat. What'd I say? I'm a Lego arm. I use my arms like a Lego person when I'm actually doing the fighting. Lego arms don't do this, I guess, but for the most part. Alright. Let me catch up on chat. Oh, I love sleep. That is a great name. You have left so many openings for swords. Yes, you're right, but I'm not worried about sword slashes because I'm trading for fighting in Boohurt. Make sure I don't miss anything. I think we're good with caught up on chat. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, Aiden, when I'm just out there fighting Boohurt, I don't have to worry about. I just got to worry about outscoring them. If some guy comes up to you like this, in a real medieval war back in the day, this is all you got to do: grab your sword and boop, boop, armpit area. Neck. Absolutely correct. I'm open for so many sword strikes, slashes, but we don't slash. Thank you, Feather. Alright, we did not write that down. Here's what we're gonna do. We got, just so you know, I gotta be off of here in like 7 minutes. Because I can get my daughter for horse riding lesson. So there's 7 minutes to go. Cameron, well, sometimes LARP, but generally it's Boohurt. All my SCA events are over. The whole rest of the year I have 4 events at least, possibly 6, and they're all Boohurt. So Boohurt's a whacking game. Like there's no poking or anything like that. Like LARP lets you do. That's why LARPing and things are actually probably a little more realistic as far as the battling. I talk crap on Boohurt all the time for not being that, like, for the amount of things you can do, like, that you should actually do with swords. You won't get an argument for me with that. Oh, man. No, he's definitely probably in his mid-40s, like me. He has this robe. But the robe keeps falling off. I need to get an actual tabard that goes across the front and the back like I used to have on here. Actually, I'm gonna order one soon. Let's re-outfit the dummy. Yeah, definitely a rubber 45-year-old. I'm 46. I'm probably 1 year older than him. It is fair in a way. If it was a headbutt match, Oh, I never explained that yesterday. I had someone talk about headbutts. Yes, you can headbutt in this. And you know what my favorite thing about headbutting people is? Whenever you're just really tired and you have nothing else to do, which I'm sort of past that stage. I usually don't get that tired anymore, but there's fights I've had where you're both just spent and you're standing there, you know? Like this is as high as you can lift your arms. And I took this dude and I put my arm on his shoulder and I went like this. And then I got my other arm on his shoulder. And I came all the way back. And I went, boom. And boom. And I think I did it like 3 or 4 times. And he was up against the wooden rail, up against the list. And every time I would come back, and every time I'd come smashing my head forward, right about here, we would make eye contact. And I could just see his eyes inside like this. I'd go, I'd see him inside his helmet like, we're friends, everybody's friends, but you're beating each other up. And I was like, the last 5 hits is like in the last 10 seconds. That's all I could do. That's all either of us could do. I was doing that, he's just going like this with his mace in my leg. He's doing this, I'm like, but the funny thing is, it was crowd favorite for who wins, and I won, because I do all the headbutting, I guess. The rules. Older version of Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. Yes. Fair fight when it just comes to hitting each other with your head. And I got into this sport by Waffle on Facebook. This is my 6th year. Back then I saw this video of this guy. It was like a GoPro footage of this guy. There were like 3 people beating on this guy in armor, and they were just hitting him, and then he fell into the ground. There were some other clips, and I was just like, where do you do that? I found it through a Facebook video. Too long of a story to talk about how I end up getting into it and finding how to even do it after that for this broadcast. Maybe we'll talk about that next time. And I will explain the rules while we hit this thing. Yo, hero of time. Thanks for the follow. One day we were doing a thing where if people followed me, my daughter would hit me with a tennis racket, but the tennis racket broke. And it's just me here today. I will explain the rules while we're doing this set. Alright. You can punch. You can, now it depends. I'll just duels, when it's a duel, it's weapon strikes only. One league, you can't punch, kick, or anything like that. The other league, while you're dueling, you can kick, you can punch, but those aren't worth any points. The other league is basically just weapon strikes, right? Where you're trying to, this is how you score. The MMA version, you can hit them, you can punch, you can elbow. Neither version, you cannot do any kind of thrusting. In Boo Hurt, no thrusting. You cannot come straight down at the back of the spine, like, psh, you can't do that. You cannot directly target the back, like the knees, the feet, the groin, but accidents sometimes happen. If you're swinging an axe and someone just walks right into it and they catch your axe head into the groin, stuff happens. You know, you can't intentionally target there. You cannot get, like, if this is a weapon where you can use both hands to wrestle, you cannot get it like underneath like their helmet here, like around the neck. You can't do like submissions and things like that. If you can just imagine being a referee trying to see if someone's still conscious in a helmet where you just have 2 eye slots. So there's no like submission stuff like that. You can't like stomp feet. You can't like grab their aventail and twist their neck. Like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. You could elbow, you can headbutt, you can do all that stuff, but you just can't hit those areas that I told you about. And the rules are, in team sports, get the other team on the ground. Once you're down, you're out for the round. In the MMA stuff, it's whoever wins is judged more like a UFC kind of fight, and the duels are judged on weapon strikes. So yeah, you can't do that grip because, and then for the rules, the weapons have different limits. You can't do that. No, just because the cross guard would probably could possibly puncture a helmet. And we all work and have lives. We don't want to actually die doing the sport. That's my alarm. It's 3 o'clock. Tell you what we're gonna do. Let me. I'm gonna catch up on chat. That's like a similar point system. I gotcha. There's the church bell for 3 o'clock. We're gonna do a set here, and then I'll probably have to go. Don't go anywhere yet, though. I'll catch up with chat. Thanks for the likes. See, it was a good day. We only did like 1,200 hits. This is because we've been talking a lot. And the talking's good. I like to do the talking. And it is only an hour and a half stream. You know, I woke up late. I worked last night, took a nap. I woke up, got to pick up my daughter for her horses. Tomorrow we'll try and get in like another hour because she's going to be here. So we'll be on tomorrow. I just don't know the time. Maybe early, and maybe we'll do an early and then a later broadcast. I don't know. So we'll be on tomorrow too. But let me catch up with chat. But let me get in a set here, so we're not just at like 1,100. Thanks for hitting that like button, by the way. Trying to keep the dummy on screen. I believe that was 100. I actually think it could have been a little more. Yo, what's up? Who's inviting me to co-host? We're about done for today. Did y'all check out that hit to the back of the head? The little wrap shot I threw in there? Don't worry, we're gonna catch up on chat before we go. If you got time and you want to hang out for me to answer any questions or statements, please do. That should be about 200. Let's get one. Let's do a total of 400, and I'm going to get to chat. Yo, what's up there? Whoa, Wooba, thanks for hitting the like button. My hat is crooked. Oh, wait, it's crooked the wrong way. Now you can see it if I make it crooked that way. And I do wear it crooked, actually, because then it doesn't look normal. It's a slight gimmick to get people to, if I have a thumbnail like this, or like this, what you gonna click on? That should be about 270. Woo! Should be about 300. Feather, I'm assuming you're still there. Just so we don't get in trouble with Featherfall. Hydrating. Ooh, alright, 100 more. And we'll be at 150 for the day. I mean, 150. I mean, 1,500. I'm getting my decimal points in my head mixed up. I see chat, don't worry. We're getting a chat after 100 more hits on here. I wish I had some kind of goggles where I could just read chat like in real time while I'm hitting this thing. Getting there. Kicks count. Hits on the dummy. Alright. Fairly certain we did at least, after all those reps right there, that we did 1,500 a day, which would be great. So we cleared 145,000. Just so everybody knows, I have a bunch of days off coming up. I very well might do this in a Walmart parking lot for the 150,000th strike. I don't know. The timing is going to depend. What's today? Because my daughter's going to be with me. Then I have work this weekend. No, it's not going to be that. Maybe for a 200,000th hit, we'll time it for that. A Walmart parking lot. Or maybe we'll just go to Walmart. I want to hit this in a Walmart parking lot. That's basically what we're going to do one day. Alright. Let me see. Wait, VR on pass-through? Hang on, that's what, I'm catching up with chat, everybody. Oh, well, cool. Thank you. Just so you know, 1 million strikes in a year or less, and we are at 145,000. And the 1,000,000th strikes are going to be with sharp swords. You may actually have to follow by then, because you won't know what happens if once we hit this with long swords. I bet you that the live stream gets restricted, you know. Huh. But either way, yeah, basically every day we're on here. My next actual fight is in Atlanta in not this weekend but the next weekend. I'll probably live stream a little bit from there too, so we'll have some actual real steel fighting footage coming up. Let me catch up on chat. Thank you, Feather. Oh, there's some plants growing out of my gutter up there. And that is so high, there's no way I can reach it. That's perfect. My roof is so steep that if you get on top of it, you could very well slide off very easily. So I guess those plants we're going to have to figure... Well, they'll just live there for a year until I figure it out. Can you imagine fighting the Middle East as a crusader with all... So I guess those plants we're going to have to figure... Well, they'll just live there for a year until I figure it out. Can you imagine fighting the Middle East as a crusader with all... I catch up on chat. We'll take a couple minutes. I'm going to cut into my time here, but I always give myself a little bit of time to make sure I get my daughter for her horse practice here. So I've fought in like over 90-degree temperatures more than once. The worst one, let me flip this so that it's mirror this video so it's easier for me to aim. All right. So, oh, whoop, baldy. So the worst day, it was probably like 95, 96 degrees out, like normal. And that's not with the heat index. And we're fighting at a barbecue. We actually got paid to fight at a barbecue for this guy's party. And what happened was, let me set this on the tripod. Then it's not wiggling around for my arms. So what happened was, super hot out. I had my black armor on. I was dying. A ladder. Well, I need a bigger ladder than I have. Sorry. Yeah. You're right. It's just really high up in the air. It's taller than any ladder I have. Obvious. You're correct. JOJ, thanks for the JOOJ. Thanks for the comment. You're right, ladder. So it was 90-some degrees out, and we're fighting at this barbecue. We got paid to fight there. It's just in a field, so there's no ring or anything. We just line up and fight in this field on teams, right? Funniest thing, one time I got done, and me and this other dude, I drugged this guy across the field where I forget, we were wrestling, and I had my arm up behind him, and I just started running, and the two of us were he was like kind of running with me till I just had enough leverage to toss him forward onto his face. And then I stand up, I didn't. Then I stood up the rest of the way, and I looked, and there's this other guy standing there, and I was looking at him, and we're all the way across this field. I'm like, because we were on the far end. I was like, are we on a team? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, I don't know either. I was like, I don't remember. Like I don't recognize the guy at all. I was like, So I was like, should we just like fight? He's like, yeah. So we started fighting, and meanwhile, then everyone's going, you guys won. He's like, it's over. Stop fight. Stop fight. And me and this dude are fighting because we didn't know we were on the same team. Now, I always... upper body, yeah. I need one. It does. Thanks about the mug. Just got back from Pensick. Boy. Alright, I'm going to talk faster. Catch up with everything on chat. Oh, is that B? B, what's... Yes, you know the mug. People can get hurt. I would say I'm 6 years into it. I've seen just a couple times when someone seriously was trying to hurt somebody, and you know what happened to them? They got kicked out. The guy from France last year. See, now they're calling. They're gonna make sure I'm awake. The guy from France last year was intentionally stomping people in the knee. You know what happened to him? Banned. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh, Odin. I didn't catch the first part. You're right. Now that's why I got tank top on today. Oh geez. It'll probably start flagging the videos for the dummy. I put all this pink duct tape on it. It's gonna think the dummy is shirtless, which he is. Yeah. I'm over it. Like my lives would get demoted, and my highlights. I had to refilm footage with a shirt on because it would not let me post any clips I had because I didn't have a shirt on. Like, what the heck? Hello. There are, yes. Dragon Cup time, that's what we're training for. I'll have the armor on probably tomorrow to stay used to the armor fighting. Yo, hey, everybody. B, who my finger is pointing to their little icon right there, also follow. We're going to be fighting at Dragon Con. That's the thing I was talking about. The mooing is my text message. If you ever played Dark Souls, there's a giant in the DLC. Is it Goff was his name? And when you had the things that would say, thank you, very good, hello. So I have the hello thing. I've had that same text message, hello, for as long as Dark Souls has been a ringtone. Dragon Con's Atlanta. Jesse, what's up? Just so you know, Jesse, I'm just wrapping up chatting and I gotta get out of here. I'm allowing myself to cut into my free time before I pick up my daughter to talk with everybody. If I start stuttering, and I just sometimes will start the sentence over. Atlanta, yep, Dragon Con. Yeah, so here's the thing. I don't know if you'll see me. So last fight I did was about a month ago or something where I fought Polearm, and when it was my turn to go, I set the camera up and I was telling everybody, okay, I can't chat now, like I'm gonna have to finish getting my armor on and I'm gonna be out here. I was like, this is me, look for me, and I came back and there's like 2 people watching. Then it was 0. I was like, oh, it's great. Probably because the camera's just sitting there, and in between rounds, like minutes go by sometimes, and there's nothing happening. People are probably like, this is boring as crap because this dude isn't talking to chat. You know what I mean? So I will stream something from there, or at least have highlight videos. I stopped recording myself, but maybe I'll set up a camera if they let me. The thing is, I don't know how Dragon Con works. I might not be able to set up a tripod. But if I have my camera accessible, I will live stream some of the fighting. And that's not this weekend, but the next weekend. I have four fights I'm doing, 4 events, so we'll have plenty of fighting to do to see. The rules real quick. Just so you don't hurt somebody real bad, I'm just scrolling up through chat. All right. I have a GoPro holder for my SCA fights. Ooh, come on, Kit. Yeah. I do have a helmet camera for SCA fights, but I don't do SCA enough to have a whole lot of footage to post of it. Just and to go over the rules one more time, you can't get your weapon up or under someone's helmet when you're wrestling. You can't strike. Although I heard they're changing it horizontally at the neck. You can't come straight down like spine. You can't target knees, feet, groin. You can't poke. You can not do painful, like you can't do like an arm bar, because someone couldn't tap, or like you can't tell if somebody's knocked out inside a helmet. So there's some rules when the MMA stuff comes around. If I took the yes, definitely gonna live stream, just so you know. I just don't know the time yet. I will announce it though. Oh, Rockwell. I have to pick up my daughter. It's 3:16. I'm so past my limit. I have to go get my daughter. And chat. Come by next time. I will keep trying to address all the questions. The weapon limits are based on length and weight. Maces just got an upgrade for how heavy they can be, but they're a lot lighter, because if you can imagine hitting someone with a mace in the helmet, that kind of rattles somebody's noggin. Odin, thanks. Yep, so now I'm going to go pick up my daughter. I'm not even going to change these pants. So I'm going to go pick her up for my horse lesson in my my medieval pirate pants here, because I've been hanging out with chat. I'm basically going to go wash off. I'll take a shower later. I go pick her up. I'm going to get this soaking wet skin blocker, since I was getting like banned for having a shirt off. This is my skin blocker. I'm going to get this off, washcloth, go pick her up, whatever. I sacrificed my shower to hang out with chat. I'll have to get one later. Yeah, you too. I'll catch up. Feather. And thanks everybody for hitting the live, hanging out. Anybody who did the donation, just so you know, gets in the highlight video, which will be tomorrow, because I'm backed up on videos. My highlight video from last night is going to upload today. I do pick my daughter. I will catch y'all soon. Have an enjoyable rest of the day or night, everybody.